My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. You know what? Let's do some Ascension 15. How about that? Although I am going to have to re-unlock the Ascension 15 for the defect. Whoops. So, we'll start with the Ironclad. Left to right, let's go. Exordium, greetings. Choose a rare card to obtain. I mean, baby. Define my strat? Yeah, define my strat. Let's go. Demon Form's a win condition. Let's go. Alright, we're doing a Demon Form deck. Okay, so in a Demon Form deck, what do you want? Bunch of defense, and a couple of cards that can take advantage of the Demon Form, extra strength. So Sword, Boomerang, Heavy Blade, Whirlwind. And then the rest of my cards, I pretty much just want to be defensive so that I can live while all of that is building up. There is no path whatsoever that avoids all elites. Yes, that's true. I mean, we can see it at this point. Elite, 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 elite. So there's definitely an elite on this side, definitely an elite on this side, definitely an elite. Definitely an elite on this side. I'm going to try and go for the fewest possible elites because early on, this is going to be bad. Like, Lagavulin would be pretty easy for us. All of the rest of the fights would be real bad. Oh, but if I go for 2 elites, I have such a good path up this side. It's 3 normal fights. What? I'm gonna do it. This is dumb, but I'm doing it. So what kinds of relics do I want in this run? Well, the one that immediately springs to mind is plated armor, followed by orichalcum, things like this. And the primary reason that I want those, you've got 16, right? Yeah, beautiful. Oh. If we had Bash in that hand, we would have had a kill. Bash Strike does 17. Was going to be exact lethal. So, I want energy relics, obviously, so that I can play my demon form. I want defensive relics so that I can defend myself while I play my demon form and after or while my demon form is building up. So I'm thinking things along the lines of plated armor, orichalcum, anchor, red mask. I'll see as we go on. I'll see. Iron Wave is a defensive card. It has to be. It has to be Heavy Blade. It has to be Heavy Blade. I can't stray from that. We actually want to reduce the amount of attacks in our deck right now because we want to be able to defend more heavily. So this should be fine. Okay, a neutral turn, so I can play my demon form. Beautiful. Next hand definitely has lethal. There's no combinations of cards that would have given me there, or rather could have given me there, that wouldn't have been lethal. So there's a couple things that I might consider here. Number 1, Clash, because it's a very good early aggressive card. Nope, never mind, can't do it, because obviously I have Demon Form. If I have Demon Form plus a Defend and a Clash in the same hand, I can't play Clash, obviously. And if I have Ascender's Bane, I can't play Clash. Cool, not Clash. Sword Boomerang is another way to get some damage out of the Demon Form. That said, the Heavy Blade does so much that I think it is fine to do by itself. The Body Slam is something I'm looking at here because I'm going to want to pick up more defensive cards. And a lot of the time, I'm going to be heavily defending myself. An upgraded Body Slam I would probably definitely take. You know what? I'm going to pass all of those. Remove another card? Sure. I mean, this would only heal us by 8, anyhow. Oh. Do I want to take any damage here? I mean, I'm taking damage no matter what. So, my weakness turns the Heavy Blade down by 3, right? Takes it down to 11. So, this should guarantee that I get the kill. Unfortunately, ended up attacking the wrong target based off of that information. Damn. This weakness is real problematic. And now we take the damage that I'd forecast that we were definitely going to be taking eventually. Oh well. No need to play the strike there. Wouldn't have gotten through the block, wouldn't have done anything. Alright. It's True Grit, isn't it? It is. True Grit's going to be difficult to play in a lot of situations because we're keeping the deck quite thin, but at the same rate, it is defense, and on top of that, it is going to be defense that synergizes with exhaust synergies. I am so glad to see you, and a demon form in the opening hand. Hell yes, let's go. There goes my Ascender's Bane. We have all the setup going on. I'm actually tempted to double defend. I'm doing it. If I can kill in the next 2 turns, then that double defense... Yeah. See, I thought it was going to be super easy to kill in the next 2 turns. That double defense saved me 5 HP total. Juzu Bracelet, regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms, so that means we're going to be getting a lot more events, a lot more shops, those kinds of things. That's also really important because we're already on a path that has a lot of question marks. Blood Potion's going to be 6 HP for us on a heal. I'm actually, frankly, considering that cleave right now. I don't have any AoE yet, and I've got a boss later up. It can't be the Lagavulin, so it may be the Sentinels. I've definitely got some fights where I'm going to need AoE in the next floor, and if I don't have a Whirlwind for them, then, well, single cleave might have to do. Actually going to upgrade Demon Form here. 50% faster accumulation on our win condition. Yeah, seems good. Sever Soul's not great for us. Regal Pillow, heal an additional 15 HP when you rest. Don't. Mind if I do? I want to get the Heavy Blade. Because in prolonged fights, like boss fights, it's going to be particularly important. Go to max HP here. Now my Blood Potion heals for 7. It is the Sentinel fight. Okay. I think, actually, I've just got to play that Demon Form. And basically, I'm just going to be hard defending and playing my cleaves when I get them. I don't want to lose True Grit, so I do want to play it before I Sever Soul, but if True Grit burns... I mean, if True Grit burns Bash, that's actually good. Yeah, because I'm never really going to be able to affect any of these with Bash. Because I would have to bash them once to remove the artifacting, and then again to actually harm them at all. That's annoying. Huge waste of damage there, but I did need to kill. Oh, it gets worse. Well, this Blood Potion's 7 HP, but we don't need to use it until the very last moment. And that Sever Soul may be lethal. It is. Beautiful. Letter Opener. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's actually quite likely to occur because we want to pick up Offering and we want to pick up a lot of defensive cards. Feel no pain. I mean, look, we have something that is exhausting cards, a card that exhausts itself, and we already have True Grit, which is exhausting. Feel no pain, and then more True Grits if I can get them. I'm actually, at this point, considering upgrading the Feel No Pain first. This boss is going to give me cards that I can exhaust. Oh, it got nerfed again. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 4 block. Oh, yeah. Sneaky. This is basically just so that the cleave would kill. Oh, I don't have Feel No Pain. Don't have Feel No Pain played. There we go. least I kill here. We are definitely resting before the boss now. See, here's a problem. No! Oh, the power through gives me things that I can burn. Yes. Okay. Because we're going to be picking up more true grits. It's power through. Now, the thing is, limit break allows you to get out of control much more quickly with the demon form. But the thing is, while it is helpful, it's definitely not only a win more card. But when I already have demon form, I need to secure my defense before I ever consider securing more offense. We're taking power through. I'm going to rest here as well, especially because we have the Regal Pillows, so we can get real big effect out of it. It's also worth noting that HP is a thing that we need to consider next floor as well. I'll also use a True Grit there, just to burn a card out of my deck. Ugh. This is bad. Oh, this is bad. We're going to take a hit here. I am going to hardcore Gambler's Brew here because I need to get my demon form out as early as possible. It had to be in our final hand. That was rough. I'm going to go with power through Sever Soul because that's going to burn a hell of a lot of cards out of our hand and give us a hell of a lot of block. I mean, come on. Look at that. Oh man, the Sever Soul may actually end up being one of the strongest aspects of our deck. Who knew that was coming? Okay, you're still going to be weakened. I'm going to have all of my strength. Really? Like, really, though? Like, really, really, though? Game? Game? I mean, I was always going to play one of the slimes, so I should have played that first. But you couldn't give me my Heavy Blade? Game? Fruit Juice, gain 4 max HP is actually extraordinarily handy. We're definitely taking Offering. It's going to give us the ability to much more easily get to our demon form. It synergizes with Exhaust Synergy out of the Feel No Pain. It helps us get some draw that we desperately need in the deck right now. It's all about that Offering. And also Cursed Key. We're probably, from this point on, going to be avoiding all chests, but it's going to be worth it for the extra energy. That Fruit Juice is also really, really handy. If we can get our max HP, like, above 80, I'm going to be really pleased about it. I think we're still going to be primarily avoiding all elites. There's a late shot plus no elites on a path over here. As much as I want to go to as many question marks bases as possible, I also don't want to die. And that kind of supersedes it. I'll play both of these powers. We're only going to be taking 6 damage this turn, but the fact that both of these are buffing is going to mean that having, you know, a more potent offense earlier is going to be particularly handy. Play some more skills. I mean, I can put one of you on the ground right now. I guess I'd do that to the backliner. And then this burns itself out of my hand, so we end up defending. I mean, I can True Grit. I'll be defending for 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4 is 11 on top of 14. Putting someone on the ground is actually more effective than using True Grit. Yeah. Still going to take some damage here, but everything's going okay. We'll take the Fruit Juice, obviously. Definitely cleave. Definitely use that one. True Grit had to burn the one thing in my hand that was not something I want burned. Oh well. Alright. Strength Potion. Uppercut versus Shockwave versus Anger. I mean, Shockwave is one of the few ways that we can put some AoE in this deck. Sorry, some AoE, some weakness in this deck, which is another way of providing ourselves defense. It's a card that exhausts as well. It's a skill, so it goes towards the letter opener. It applies vulnerability without being, you know, ridiculously inefficient like the bash. I think we take the Shockwave here. Oh, this is perfect. We're probably going to Shockwave and Demon Form in the opening turn. Shockwave, a Demon Form. I don't actually want to burn any of those, so we'll hold off. Anything that can allow me to heal, so bites would be considered quite heavily. What else would be considered quite heavily, bites? Ugh. Well, we're just about to take a bunch of damage, and we don't really have a say in that one. I mean, if I play a Feel No Pain, then my next hand is going to have some defense. Do I need it to have some defense? You're going to be on 28 down from here is 31. 31 with a bash and a strike, considering they'll have 6 strength, is going to be 14, but 14 modified is 21. And this is going to be 12, so 18, so 21 and 18. Yeah, we've got lethal next turn, it's fine. It's worth calculating that out. Oh, cool. We got the heavy blade. Any way that I can heal myself. So obviously Reaper is going to be ridiculously powerful for us, but we haven't got that. This works with Exhaust Synergy, but I only have one card that could possibly exhaust it right now. And it's also unreliable. Oh no, Seversol would do it. You know what? I'm taking Sentinel. Sure. Add 1 of 20 cards to your deck or heal for 15 HP. I'm actually leaning towards the healing right now because we've got a boss in 2 spaces. If I want to take on an elite. But if I want to take on an elite, I get another question mark. Oh, but I've got another rest over here and I want to upgrade my Feel No Pain. Alright, I'm going to choose a card. I kind of want that Sentinel. There's a part of me that really wants that Sentinel. It's a strong part of me. Taking it. This is a weird run. Life is strange. Okay. There's a good old offering. Beautiful. Seversol is going to burn a hell of a lot of cards here. That's handy. Boom. Reaper? Ghostly Armor is a pretty heavily defensive card, and even letting Exhaust is a defensive play as well, so we'll take the Ghost Armor. A consideration was given to Havoc as well there. See, as much as I want to Seversol for the extra energy, I really want to play both of those for their defensive value. Oh, perfect. I am so glad that that hit Sentinel. I've got to upgrade that True Grit so they can make that happen more often. Dropkick versus Rupture versus Evolve. Okay. So I kind of have statuses in my deck, but the thing is, the Power Through adds the wounds to my hand, which means that I need to reshuffle my deck and then redraw the wounds before they're effective, which means that Evolve is so far from being useful right now. Like, I'm not adding the wounds to my deck like Wild Strike does, or Dazed to my deck like something charge, Reckless Charge does. We'll take none of those. As much as I want to rest here, I think I've got a space to rest later. I need to upgrade this True Grit. It is not only 2 more block, but being able to choose is going to be extraordinarily important in our defensive plays. Alright, I'm using a strength potion. Because I can tell you right now, this fight is going to be garbage. Well, at least I'm putting things in my deck that are going to exhaust. $22. Are we dead? Not yet. Oh, right, the days are going to block for 4. I forgot about that. That's actually super significant. It's also why I played certain things earlier, why I played them how I did, so that I would have more days in my deck as defensive draws. I didn't even think about it. All right. Energy Potion, second Heavy Blade. It's worth noting how much of this deck exhausts, because the Heavy Blade is going to be drawn super frequently. But having a bunch of Heavy Blades drawn early when our Demon form hasn't ramped up yet is going to be a bad thing for us. I want the bites. I really want the bites. Oh, I've been removing strikes from the deck, but I really want the bites. How much do I want the bites? Not that much, actually. I want the HP from the bites, obviously, but if we can't defend ourselves, we're going to be losing more HP than the bites are going to be helping us gain, and this is going to increase our deck by 3 cut. I can't take the bites. Oh, I'm mad about it. Why did I do that? Gremlin Horn is a really good pickup here, but I shouldn't have opened the chest. I said I wasn't going to, and then I did. I lied. I've lied to you. Really? Oh boy. I think we're dead. Yeah, I don't have my exhaust synergy out right now. Like, I can weaken both y'all, but I can defend for 10. Yeah, I'm dead. That's really frustrating. The energy potion gives us 1 more energy. 1 more energy wouldn't have been enough to play the Sever Soul. The Sever Soul also would not have accomplished anything in that position. I basically lost when I decided not to rest here, because I was thinking I'll get to this space and then I'll rest. I'm going to need the True Grit up until that space. There were actually a couple positions, I think in this fight, where the True Grit was particularly important, but should have rested first and worried about the True Grit later. I thought I was ultimately going to be saving more HP by doing it the other direction. Here would have been almost certainly a rest. Here I would have removed the Writhe, plus would have picked up probably a defensive card or defensive relic, almost certainly. I would have stuck to the left because the Juzu bracelet was going to allow me to have regular enemy combats no longer be in those rooms, so regular enemy combats wouldn't be there, which means that it was going to be more likely that I would get either the Apparition event or the Bandit event. The Bandit event giving me the Red Mask, which is another defensive tool that I really wanted the early so that I could actually get my time to play my tools and then ramp up. Then, depending on my HP value by this point, rest or not. And this fight is actually particularly interesting because I think, like, the Champ is apparently one of the most deadly bosses in High Ascension on floor 2. Is the most deadly boss on High Ascension on floor 2. But I don't think that our deck would have had problems because we ramp, right? So I think by the time we changed the enemy, that is to say, by the time the enemy did its purge and started using Execute, we would have probably had like 15 extra strength kicking about at the very least. At which point we would, bash Heavy Blade for a kill quite easily. Running on a knife's edge the entire time. I'm still happy with that run. Tiny changes. Rest there and upgrade the True Grit here could have changed absolutely everything. I don't think we were that far from winning. I think the Sentinels ultimately were a bad pickup. I don't think we had enough draw to burn a card in our hand, get 2 extra energy, and still get value out of that energy because we only had Offering. Which means that Battle Trance... I was thinking it at the time that I picked up the Sentinels. I didn't voice it, but I was thinking, okay, Battle Trance is going to be a really important thing here. Not only for the fact that it's a 0-cost skill, so contributes to the letter opener, but it's going to give us much more fuel in our hand to burn and then benefit from the Sentinels. I think ultimately, if I hadn't taken the Sentinels and had more consistency on drawing our power cards, being Offering, Demon Form, Feel No Pain, and Shrew Grit, we would have also probably survived there. I did want to do something a little bit different and play some Sentinels in this build, though. For the moment, that's the post-mortem done. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That has been an attempt at Ascension 15 Ironclad. Gotta be honest, I really prefer the low Ascensions. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time with Ascension 15 Silent.